So Trump made a post telling Walmart, the biggest retailer in the world, to do what? Eat the tariffs.
Is the president asking American companies to be less profitable?
I was on the phone with Doug McMillon, the CEO of Walmart, yesterday, and Walmart is, in fact, going to, as you describe it, eat some of the tariffs that just as they did in 18, 19, and 20.
Well, President Trump slamming Walmart over the weekend for blaming tariffs for its decision to raise prices, suggesting that the retail giant should, quote, eat the higher costs without passing them on to consumers. All this as we get ready for more key retail reports this week. Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, TJX, and more on deck. So should investors brace for a bigger retail showdown over tariffs?
Just absorb the costs on this increase I made for you with China. Now, Walmart CEO went on the campaign of interviews talking about they're going to raise prices, which prompted this post from Trump. He's upset about that.
Walmart delivering solid sales and earnings growth in the latest quarter, but warning on its call that tariff pressures could mean higher prices soon, as early as next month.
You know very well we're wired to keep prices as low as we can for our customers. Everyday low prices is what we stand for. And we're going to keep prices as low as we can, as long as we can. But when you look at the magnitude of some of the cost increases on certain categories of items that are imported, it's more than what retailers can bear. It's more than what suppliers can bear. And so we'll work hard to try to keep prices low, but it's unavoidable that you're going to see some prices go up on certain items.
And now I see an interview with the Treasury Secretary on Meet the Press talking about he was on a call with Doug McMillon, the CEO of Walmart, and he has agreed to do on behalf of the company, what? Eat some of those tariffs while increasing some price. Say it ain't so.
This big news from Walmart. It says it will start raising prices on its consumers, Mr. Secretary, as early as this month due to the tariffs. Now, President Trump out with a very stern warning on social media saying Walmart, quote, should eat the tariffs, adding the company made far more than expected last year.
Now, understandably, the average working class people and shareholders that are upset with this alleged decision from Walmart to eat those tariffs. Some people say, hey, Walmart, their profit margin is great. They can do this no problem. Others say, hey, even for Walmart, it's a big ask.
So I wake up today, stock price for Walmart has fallen $140. So I'm losing money. And then I find out that the CEO decided to give away the ship to this cocksucker, saying that we're going to eat some tariffs. I didn't buy stock in Walmart for this motherfucker to give my money away, to give my money away to all the maggots that voted for this piece of shit, so they can go in there and get better discounts. Make them motherfuckers pay. Make my money. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to give my money away, you clown. The is wrong with you?
They, I guess, are deciding to meet somewhere in the middle. Some price increases, not too much, and eat some of the costs, as they said before, but we don't have exact percentages on what Walmart as a company is going to absorb and what they're going to pass along to us, the consumer, far as price increases. Are we talking about a 10% increase? Are we talking about double? Because Walmart has mentioned, hey, on 30% of goods from China, dealing with baby strollers, furniture, stuff like that they're dependent on getting from China, could be a double the price increase. But with this alleged new agreement with the White House, what will be the percentage split?
So the other day, Trump was on Truth Social begging Walmart to eat tariffs instead of passing the costs on to consumers. Like, oh, really? That's rich. Coming from the guy who's been swearing up and down that tariffs don't raise prices and China pays for them. Buddy, if China's the one paying the tariffs, why in the fuck would Walmart need to eat anything? This man has spent his entire political career pretending he's an economic genius while not understanding basic high school level economics. Tariffs are taxes on imports, and who's buying those imports? Oh, that's right, American consumers. Literally, it's a tax on Americans. But now that prices are going up and Walmart's passing the cost to shoppers, just like the economists said they would from day one, he's doing this desperate backpedal like, no, wait, big corporations should just absorb the cost. That's how capitalism works, right? This is what happens when you let a guy who ran a fake university and went bankrupt running casinos pretend that he's a financial mastermind. Tariffs don't hurt China, they hurt you and me. They hurt us, and now even Trump is kind of sort of admitting it. But instead of owning up to the lying, he's just trying to dump the blame on Walmart like a coward. You lit the fire, don't cry about the heat, buddy.
Well, you know, in my conversation with former Vice President Mike Pence, he says he sees tariff as a tax. How far, Mr. Secretary, is the president, is the administration willing to go to prevent CEOs from increasing prices? The Federal Reserve has said that tariffs are inflationary. Just to be very clear, you said you called Walmart. Is that what CEOs can expect, that you, that the president, that other members of the administration will apply pressure to try to prevent them from passing on these prices to CEOs?
I didn't apply any pressure. Doug and I have a very good relationship, so I just wanted to hear it from him rather than, second, third hand from the press. And again, as I said, this is all from their earnings call, and on an earnings call, you have to give the worst case scenario. Kristen, to go back to what you said, the Federal Reserve is not saying that tariffs will cause inflation. They're saying they're not sure and that they're in wait and see mode.
So either way you slice it, it looks like the working class, the middle class, the everyday consumer is still getting the bill for this increase with China. Because no matter what the Treasury Secretary, the White House, Trump has agreed with Walmart, still sounds like we're going to get an increase no matter what. The fact that there's any increase is a problem. But that's the part they're not getting. The any is a problem. We already are dealing with high prices for everything as it is. And I'm sure, aside from this tariff increase, it's going to be a continued increased prices on a lot more other things in different other categories that we as a consumer have to deal with.
Donald Trump and MAGA, they are ticked off at Walmart right now, threatening to boycott Walmart. Could you imagine? MAGA lives at Walmart. MAGA is Walmart. Have you seen the video of the old guy in the MAGA hat begging, Mr. President, we need our Walmart. Please don't do these tariffs. Mr. President, Walmart, all we have. And that's pretty sad and pretty telling, the state of the country, when you are so dependent on Walmart and the system to provide everything on a shelf for you. That is a bad, bad state to be in. There's no self-sovereignty there. But everyone also is starting to, not everyone, but people are starting to ask, but I thought China was supposed to pay the tariffs because Trump's saying, eat the tariffs, Walmart. Don't you put that on the customer. But you were told that China was going to pay for it. That, no, you weren't going to be affected because all he's doing is going to make you rich. Just like he told you that Mexico was going to pay for the wall. Just like Pfizer did not pay for those jabs. You paid for those jabs. Your tax dollars paid for all that. That money was given to them, okay? Mexico didn't pay for the wall. China's not paying for the tariffs. You guys have to stop. You didn't get $1 trillion deals over in the Middle East. $1 trillion. You guys need to stop listening to this man like he is a holy, divine, truthful person. He's a lying politician. He's a billionaire. I'm not mad at Trump. See, you guys get it twisted. I'm not mad at Trump. Trump's being Trump. Trump's being a slimy billionaire. He's being a slimy politician. And he's being an actor. That's what he's doing. I'm not mad at Trump. I am frustrated, or I was frustrated. Now I'm laughing at the people that support him, that blindly campaign and champion his rhetoric, that continue to make excuses for him, continue to deflect, come into my comment section and keep going, but Biden, did you care when Biden or Obama? I don't care about people who are not in office right now. I don't care. You don't get to keep kicking the can down the road and saying, but. Your man is in office right now doing the same kind of shit they were doing the whole time, and you want to say it's okay because they were doing it? Evil's evil. Lying's lying. Bad is bad. You can try and dress it up any way you want. You can put a red bow on it. You can put a blue bow on it. I don't care. They are all one establishment that wants to make themselves rich off of your money, your energy, your time. That's the facts. And they don't want to give you any redistribution back. See, that's your problem right now. It ain't about inflation. It ain't about tariffs. It is about a lack of tax on the wealthy and that redistribution of wealth coming back in the form of pay raises. Okay? That is your problem. You are aiming all of your anger at the wrong direction. Okay? It ain't your greedy corporations. Okay? Yeah, they're greedy. They're corporations. They got profit margins. Okay? It is the checks and balances that does not exist and that is not being enforced, and our social contracts are out of whack. That's the problem. So, guys, I'm at Walmart. I'm going in right now. MAGA, you're going to boycott Walmart? I love to see it. Show me you haven't been able to get off of your ass to start taking care of your own responsibility this whole time because you've been waiting on secret plans and Q and Project 25 and all this other stuff. Now, you're going to boycott Walmart? You're going to start growing your own food and getting your stuff ready? I don't see it, MAGA. You're the same ones that were getting handouts and blaming the other people because they were a different color when they were getting their handouts. There are more white people in this country on welfare than any other ones. And I wonder how many of those are MAGA.
So my stance is, fuck the administration for this. Fuck Walmart for this. And I don't agree with any of it. You put your comments below. You tell me what you make of this. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? If you're a shareholder, what do you feel about it? If you're a consumer, how do you feel about it? If you're a Republican, do you agree with this? Do you feel like this is helping us in the right direction? As a Democrat, I already know you disagree with it. Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Where is the Money? Talk to you soon.